Welcome back to CBS Saturday Morning. We begin this half hour with an astonishing admission about one of Britain's most popular sports. Last night, in an unprecedented statement, all of England's major cricketing bodies apologized for racism in the sport. It follows testimony given to British lawmakers by one former professional player this week. Imtiaz Tyab reports from London on how Azeem Rafiq's evidence has impacted Britain. The details can be difficult to hear.
It's known as the gentleman's game. Cricket has grown over the centuries to become a global industry beloved by billions around the world. But this week, searing allegations of institutional racism have shattered the normally genteel facade of the birthplace of cricket, England.
Pretty early on, me and other people from Asian background, there was comments such as, "You lot sit over there near the toilets."
The allegations were brought forward by Britain's Azeem Rafiq,
No one could ever.
whose tearful testimony this week in front of lawmakers about his experiences as a top-level player for Yorkshire County Cricket Club left the nation stunned.
Felt isolated, humiliated at times, constant use of the word "packy."
In Britain, the word "packy" is a racist slur directed at people of South Asian descent and is often compared with the N-word for the potency of its hate. According to Rafiq, the racism he experienced included being held down by teammates at just 15 years old and, as a practicing Muslim, as a professional adult player poured wine down his throat, claiming the highest levels of cricket would cover up the hateful abuse he received.
It's been gaslighting, it's been but there is no but to racism. There is no two sides to a story when it comes to racism.
Rafiq's testimony has triggered a racial reckoning in Britain, including this moment on the nation's biggest morning show.
And if you're British Asian, Pakistani like Azeem is, or Indian like I am, or Bangladeshi or Sri Lankan, it hit differently because it takes you to that place in your mind where you experience some of what he talked about.
All of them.
Mihir Bose is a British Indian journalist who's covered cricket for nearly half a century.
The England team, both at the international level and at the county level, has become very white. And the cricket authorities somehow haven't seen this as a problem. They've said zero tolerance on racism. But what does that mean in practice?
A day after Rafiq's searing testimony, text messages written by him over 11 years ago were published containing an anti-Semitic trope. Leading British Jewish groups have defended Rafiq, who's since apologized, saying, quote, "He suffered terribly at the hands of racists in cricket, and we have no reason to believe he is not completely sincere." Rafiq's testimony has prompted other players to share their experiences of racism, leaving the gentleman's game in the gutter of public opinion until meaningful reforms are made. For CBS Saturday Morning, Imtiaz Tyab, London.
It seems like if you don't raise the curtain on this, if you just say it's a zero tolerance and it goes on, it doesn't change. You need a moment like this to say it is going on and it's not acceptable.
And continue the conversation always, because it's not going to go away overnight. It just won't.